Hi everyone!
Hey!
This is Roxanne and Dave, the empowered couple. Happy
Happy
Monday!
Monday! Happy Motivational Monday again. And today we're so excited to share you some information that will inspire you, that will motivate you. We learned some amazing stuff over the weekend. We went to a leadership event and just amazing. Today we're going to share with you the 4 cycles of growth. This is the most powerful information we've learned thus far in I don't know for you, but in this profession, network marketing, this is the most powerful thing I've learned so far this year. So we want to share with you the 4 cycles of growth. So I want you to stay to the very end. It's going to bless you. It's going to empower you. First, I want to ask you, how was the weekend? How was that amazing training
It
event?
was a really powerful training, such an eye-opener. Like,
Mhm.
I really learned a lot of stuff, like in your mind and everything. Like what you in all areas. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing. So today, that 4 cycles of growth, it's just amazing. In anything you go through, you're gonna go through this 4 cycle of
hmm
growth, but more importantly, in home business. So I want to ask Roxanne, what's the first phase on that four
The
cycles of growth?
first stage is the inception.
Mhm.
So basically, this is basically where where you get started, you get so excited. You're actually basically unconsciously incompetent. You don't know that you need to learn skills. You're just so excited about the opportunity, about the products that you found. Your attitude is high, your effort is high, your energy is high, but your competence, your commitment is low. So that's where you talk to everyone about the products, about the services, but
Mhm.
you don't know what's ahead of you, what you need to do, and the commitment and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
It's like you don't know what you don't know, right? It's like a baby when it's a brand
Yeah.
new baby, so excited about life, goes through, eats everything, right? You don't know what you don't. So, but the thing is, the second phase, which everybody goes through, we're talking about home business, but this goes through anything,
Mm-hmm.
relationships, new projects, new workout, new jobs, right? You go through a second phase, which is the deception.
Deception.
And we're just looking at our notes here over the weekend. So deception is that when you go through that, you're gonna go through challenges and your attitude will be low, right? Your effort will start to become low because you're saying, oh, nothing is happening. What's happening?
Yeah.
At this point, you're conscious that you're incompetent.
That
You
you don't know.
realize you don't know what you're doing, right? And now it's like those aha moment, when you're so excited about something, and then the next day you realize, oh my God, I actually have to do this thing. I have to do the work. And then at this point, maybe you start to get rejected in your home business. People start to think you're crazy, right? But then when you go to the meeting, you're so excited. People are so excited. And this point, you realize this is phase 2. It's called deception.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the most important phase. And the thing to do here, you have to embrace deception, that you're
Yeah.
supposed to go through this. Because if you don't go through this, right, then you don't go to the third phase, which is very important.
This is the third phase, which is the transformation.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you learn how to invite people, you learn how to do the business.
Mm-hmm.
You're consciously competent. You're learning the skills, and you're realizing, oh my God, now I'm learning. This is how it is. This is where you had to go through, right? If you want to be a 6-figure income or 7-figure, you have to go through this stage in the transformation. That's when you realize things that's important for the business. That's when you grow. That's when you have to push yourself to go through that transformation.
Yeah, and at this point,
Mm-hmm.
it's still pushing things to do things. Like it's pushing to, I've got two exposures a day, or maybe I gotta go pick up the phone. I gotta do my deal. No, it's still pushing it.
Yeah.
It's still work to do it, but you gotta do it, right? At this point, you understand that you gotta do it, and you start to see a little bit of transformation. You go through this, but the problem is a lot of people, and this is what I realized when I first did my very first home business. I went to 6 figures, but I did not go to the fourth phase, which is basically identity.
Mm.
And what identity is
It's the
is
fourth stage.
it's the fourth phase, which is what is it? The fourth phase is that
Identity.
it's identity, and but at that point you're unconsciously competent.
Yes.
You basically it's automatic. It's called it's let me read my notes. It says basically it says unconscious competent,
Mm-hmm.
meaning you're just doing it automatic because you've been doing so much over and over and over. So you're unconsciously doing it, unconsciously prospecting, unconsciously going to the meeting, unconsciously listening to personal development, right? But there's another key that's very important to identity, which is really working on your mind. And this is really, really powerful, because if you don't see yourself, living the life that you wanted to do, and you're just in transformation. You're doing it because you're supposed to do the calls, all that stuff, but you don't. It doesn't become your identity. You are gonna go back to deception.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's only two phases. See, the greatest fear. Remember what the greatest fear what we learned?
Is the fear of unknown.
The greatest fear.
Fear
Yeah.
of uncertainty.
Yeah, that's the greatest fear of uncertainty. So when you're in transformation and you're uncertain, you want to go back to what you're certain, which is deception, right? You're certain that this is things are gonna happen. That's why you never go to your identity. So again, we want to share with you this is powerful. Even in working out, a lot of people
Yeah.
don't make it because when they're so excited to work out in the beginning, right? And then they go to deception. It's like, oh my
It's
God, I gotta
hard.
eat this thing, I do this stuff. I gotta wake up early, I gotta do this stuff. They don't know that they gotta embrace that. And then some people get to transformation where they see some results, which is 4 weeks in, maybe 6 weeks in, right? And then they're like, oh my God, this is hard. How long do I have to keep doing this thing? They don't know that if they keep pushing, they get to identity, it becomes them. They must work
Becomes
out.
their habit.
It becomes their habit. And do you want to add more into that?
Yeah, it's just amazing because you really got to train yourself to become that person. Once you change your mind, your identity that I am this person, because sometimes your identity your old self will come back to your past mistakes. Oh, before I did this, it didn't work. So you will go back to that because
That's
of it's hard, it's the transformation. But once you pass through that stage, you transform, and then you become that identity, the person that you want to become, you need to become, then you actually be living that lifestyle, that person.
Amazing. So I hope we gave you value today. Again, we want to share with you that 4 phases of the cycles of growth. The first one is
The first one is inception, the second one is
Deception.
the third one is transformation, and the fourth one is identity.
finally it's identity. But I want to leave you with this. And I've heard this from a very successful personal development motivator. His name is Bob Proctor. He said the difference between successful and unsuccessful people is this. Both person doesn't like to do the stuff that you don't like to do. You got to go to work out, you got to do the calls. But the difference between the successful and unsuccessful people is that the successful people, they do it anyways. But not only do they do it anyways, they make it automatic. They make it their identity. It's like brushing your teeth in the morning. You got to do it. They make it automatic. That's why it becomes their identity. So I hope we gave you value today. I hope we inspired you today. I hope we just fired you up in your home business, that it is okay to be going through deception. It is okay to be going through the struggles, like juggling through life. But I want to inspire you, encourage you that eventually it will become your identity. It will become automatic. It will become easy. So before you leave, again, we ask you to pick up our home business guide. Put your name and email. It's our labor of love. It's gonna bless you. It's gonna open your mind about the 8 skills you need to do so that you can sponsor and grow your business. So again, this is Dave and Roxanne,
The empowered couple,
believing that you have the power within you. Now go and bless the world. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Bye.
Bye.